Sound test. Can you hear me? Right, let's sod that off. There we go. Stop sharing. This is yet again another test. Try to count other things. I had this USB bank that was plugged into the back there, and it's caused problem with camera before. So I'm thinking I've unplugged everything that I don't need for this live stream, and we're going to see if that makes a difference. If it crashes, then I'll get the computer guy around. But we're just doing a few things. Saw a bit of footage. I thought might be worth a look. So let me just jog that on. So did we see that MP stand up? I think she's from Hartlepool, and basically she wants these immigrants out. That was it. So let me see if I can find it a minute. There you go. I'll move that over there for now because some of you are posting in White Activist Group, which is what I want you to do. And because of it, I'm actually getting to see that, and I can put it on there. So you're having an impact on what other people see because I'm putting your stuff out there. So there you go. Right, let's see if we could show you this. And I did wonder how long it would take, right, between the little people, us, feeling the brunt of immigrants. Now, bearing in mind, I don't feel it that much because I'm in a very, very white village. But a few miles up the road is a migrant hotel. I think it's the Holiday Inn, isn't it? I think all of those have been taken up. So I hope that when this is all over and done with, that their share prices crash. But at the moment, they're making serious bank out of this. And you're paying for it. Was it how many million a day are we paying for these fucking idiots? Anyway, so this was from GB News. So I'll play this really quick. Otherwise, I'll probably get hit by a copyright because you know what they're like. Because they're supposed to be on our side, but I'm still far right. Yeah. Fascist, whatever. Although everybody I speak to seems to be talking the same as me, so maybe I'm not. Right, let's hope that you can hear this. I'll do my best.
Every week, my office is besieged by asylum seekers. My staff are intimidated by young men. The fact is, most of them are illegal migrants who should be expelled.
That went down like a sack of shit, obviously. And Rishi Sunak got up and said, oh, well, we're going to do something about this. And we've got open channels now that we can get rid of these people. He's talking out the top of his head. Their ambition is to flood this country full of them. They've no ambition to get rid of them. And they'll drag red tape and they'll do this and they'll do that. And there'll be all those legal lawyers that come out of the woodwork that get paid huge sums of money from the system to make sure that they find loopholes so these little cherubs stay. Cherub, I don't actually mean that at all. With me, you've got to read between the lines these days because if I actually say what I really think, I'd be up the road. Well, I might actually be locked up. So, you know, there it is. Right, let's see what else I posted today because it seems that the BBC has been pulled up for being biased. Hang on, is it not behind the airstrikes? Right, so let me see what I've put in there first. I'm going to probably go back to front with this one. No, looking in the wrong room. Well done, Rev. Jesus. We'll get onto that in a minute. Right. Okay. So this guy, let's see if I can make that bigger.
Weapons of mass.
And I'll see if I can share that for you. Present. Window. There you go. Nope, that one there. Share. He had it right.
Mass disinformation. Yesterday, horrific news.
Right, let's go back to that. I hope you can hear this. No, wait a minute. Let's do it again. Right, try again, side. Mr. Technology.
Weapons of mass disinformation. Yesterday, horrific news broke the global internet. A rocket blew up a children's hospital in Gaza, killing 500 people. That was the unbiased Headline. On one side, reports are that Israel fired the missile at the children's hospital, killing 500 people. On the other side, reports were that Hamas misfired a missile, blowing up a children's hospital, killing 500 people. Israel releases footage of a Hamas missile strike gone wrong. Hamas releases footage from a different angle showing an Israeli plane above when the hospital explodes. The news spread like wildfire, hitting all corners of the earth. Riots and protests in multiple countries angered about the news of attack on a children's hospital. Who is right and who is wrong? Neither. The hospital still stands. A rocket landed in the parking lot. 30 to 50 people are injured and or dead, but not the 500 originally reported. What would happen if the media and influencers and independent journalists just waited 24 hours until information is verified before running to their keyboards and posting? I get it. Clicks and views economy. And the early posters get the most virality.
This was the case back in the day when I first started out, that not about this particular topic, but there were a lot of people within the Tommy movement who were also YouTubers attached to it that would go for the big story really quickly. And I'm like, hang on a minute, something don't fucking add up here. So I used to hang back and I wouldn't get all those clicks and all the rest of it that these people would get. And they get it only to find out that actually they got it all wrong and made themselves look stupid. So I found it was better not to get the clicks and not look stupid rather than get the clicks and fuck up, basically. And it also seems to me, hello Banksy, if you're in here. Yeah, you're in here. It also seems to me that both sides, you've seen that picture where one's doing this and the other's doing that. And then when you actually see when the camera pans back, it's a completely different story. It's like that on both sides. And we're going to get played like a fiddle, basically. And at the moment, for some reason, I find this a bit odd, they're all on the side of like Israel, but not Israel. It's really weird. Whereas before, Israel's shit didn't stink no matter what they did. It seems a bit different now. But let's just come out of there. Did anybody see Rishi Sunak showing up with a load of weapons? I've seen this, and I can't definitely say that it's weapons, right? But it says here, Rishi Sunak arrives in Israel on a military transport plane in Israel with a large number of security personnel, and the plane was full of lethal military aid. Israel is one of the richest countries in the world. I can't confirm that, but what I am surprised is that they sent him over in a cargo plane. Watch him coming out. This bloke's married to a woman who's her family's the third richest in India, I think, and he's just gone cargo. Can you imagine how he feels? So anyway, he's over there at the same time as a few other important dignitaries. And somebody said, well, that would be an absolutely excellent time for the enemy to hit him, wouldn't it? And I have to agree, but can you imagine what would happen? Say, for instance, as all these world leaders were in one spot at one time and all got hit. Don't forget, these world leaders are expendable. Not to their families, obviously. But these people here are literally puppets for something much bigger. And if they all got wiped out, right, that would be it. You'd have a world war on your hand, right? So it's kind of important that these bastards don't get hit, as much as I don't particularly like them. And the world war that we would have next wouldn't, I don't think, be nuclear, by the way, because even the psychopaths don't much fancy those apples because they've got to live in the world that whatever's left of it. So everybody always wonders about people, say, for instance, Russia or America or whoever it is pushing the button. Those people won't. They're not part of a death cult. However, if you are part of an ideology that with jihad, if you die through jihad, you'll make it up there. Although we've talked about this before, and they can't actually because there was only so many places, and that was from the beginning. And I think they've probably been taken up by now, but what do I know? Rishi does look like a rodent rat, by the way. However, if you're from a death cult that wants everybody else to die first, and then you can die, and then you get eternal whatever it is, they're going to be more likely to push the button. But the other thing I wonder about is just how believing are these incredibly rich, incredibly intelligent people from, say, for instance, because there are, from Islam or Israel. Because the people who are running the show, I don't know how much they believe in their religion. They'll preach it. They'll talk all about it. They'll say jihad this and this needs to be done and that needs to be done. And all the fucking idiots at the deck who are like, who've got a brake horsepower of about 75, right? These people will just scream and shout whatever these fucking idiots tell them, right? Who aren't idiots, actually. The ones at the bottom are, but the ones at the top aren't stupid. Psychopaths, call it what you like. But anyway, the ones at the top, I think, are more businesslike, but they use Islam or Judaism or whatever you want to guide their people. And I don't think the ones at the top actually believe what they say enough to think that, all right, we'll push the button and hopefully we'll survive and everybody else gets wiped out. So even that in itself, not sure about. Here's another interesting. I fucking hate this music. I'm going to turn that off, right? I'll turn it down because nothing worse than some fucking shit music wailing in your ear. Can you see that all right? So Mayor of London, Muslim, and it will play to you. Mayor of Birmingham, Muslim. Leeds, Blackburn, Sheffield, Oxford, Luton, obviously Luton, mosques, 3,500, Sharia courts, 130, Sharia councils, 50. Muslim women, 78% don't work and are on housing social benefit. Muslim men, 60%, really don't work and are on housing social benefit. That's fucking biblical. Hang on. All of this achieved by 4 million Muslims out of 66 million population. Fucking hell. And remember, diversity is our strength. This is an interesting picture. Let me see if I can stop sharing that. It's Japan is working on increasing the birth rates rather than import millions from the Middle East, Africa, India to replace their current population, demographic and culturally whatever. They're going to work out and even be allowed to voice in their country. I've got to show you this picture. Actually, no, I better not, because there is something showing there that should. It's just got a really, really smart, right, Japanese businesswoman with a whopping great set of cleavage in a suit. And I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, yeah, that would make me want to have kids. Just saying. But that's the way it is. What else we got? All right. If you live in a country where it's illegal to question the historical Jewish Holocaust, which it is, and it is also illegal to protest the ongoing Palestine Holocaust, then you may be able to figure out who is running a country. Of course, I have no comment on that. I have no idea who they're getting at, but there it is. Okay. So I was trying to work out earlier on why my computer, you know, when you go and press something on YouTube and you get the spinning, and I did a speed test and it was fucking great. And apparently it's my browser settings. I need to clear my cache, whatever that is. Well, so far we're still here. 271 people watching. And I don't think I went a bit hard at it yesterday, didn't I? I don't know. What do you reckon? If any of you were watching yesterday. But I'm struggling to get videos out during the day. Reasons are because I want to be able to read stuff off the screen and talk to you about it. So I'm wondering whether this might be the way at the moment. I don't know. What do you think? Would you prefer that I did a video that you could watch later, or would you prefer that maybe I did a stream like this? And what I got to look into is how I can get OBS with this. The reason I want to do that, at the moment, all you lot are commenting, which is great. But when you watch this back later, you don't get all this, which is shite. Or at least I haven't seen it. So what you can do is transpose the chat onto the picture next to me. So I just move myself across and then you can see the chat as it's going. You can also then see me, have me reply to it. Now I can only do it off one channel, so it would have to be in the main channel. Although Rev, you tosser, sing the sash. Whatever that is. Okay. Yeah, I like the chat and all the rest of it. So I'm thinking I could do this. Other than that, well, we haven't crashed yet. That's amazing. I don't know if anybody wanted to ring in. Did any of you want to ring in? I got the phone on if you did. It could be done. He says, just check, actually, sorry, because you know how fucking useless we are. I'll put it up just in case. Banners, there you are. Ooh, well, look at that. Hello? Hello?
Hello. How are you?
Not too bad. Who's this? Actually,
Good. Right. Obviously, you're dyslexic, aren't you? Or you have trouble reading.
I'm pretty bad at it. Now the eyesight's getting worse as well, which makes life even better.
Okay. Well, obviously, I'm dyslexic myself. Now, I've bought a pen. I'd say a pen. It's a device thing, which basically is the first time I've actually been into a library, which would make most people sound really stupid, seeing I'm a 36-year-old man. But it's the first time I went into a library today feeling confident. So I went in there and picked up 2 books, one 9/11 and one William Churchill's Love Story. And basically, it reads, I pushed my pen to the paper and it reads it to me. So it's called, 2 seconds, I will tell you. Scanning device. Dictionary pen, sorry. Dictionary pen. As you can hear, literally, I scan a page with this, scroll across, and it reads it all to me. So, yeah, very, very good if you are dyslexic.
Yeah, because I mean, I actually,
or if you have trouble reading.
if somebody sends me a load of stuff like that, I'm like, because it's just I find it, at work. So, yeah. Apparently, there's also something, say, for instance, you get a document on here, there is something that will actually read it to you, but I don't know how to do that because I'm not that way inclined.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I mean, if you had
I
a
don't
pen,
know.
that,
I mean,
if you had
I've
a pen that
spent
read it,
150 quid on this, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to do some, because I mean, the other way is that you've got to go and get those, what they call it, talking books, and
Yeah, but the library charged £2 a book for them.
do they be fucked? Okay.
Yeah, honestly, trust me, I've already done my research on it.
So how does a talking book come out? I mean, I've never seen one, right? So I haven't got a clue. Is it just do you download something, or how does it work? I don't know. I've never done it.
What? Sorry.
How does a talking book? I've never seen one, but I don't know how one works. So
basically, it's like a CD.
Right.
You just basically put it in, and that's basically it.
All right.
So that was that. And also, obviously, I can't talk too much because obviously of legal reasons, so I won't go into too much. However, I will just say to every man that's out there, no offense to the women, but every man that is out there, be careful of exes, because if a woman wants to have a vicious score, they will. Obviously, I can't go into too much because obviously.
Well, this is one of those things that's become more of a fashion.
Everybody.
It's become more of a fashion, hasn't it now? It's called revenge.
Obviously, I was arrested last 2 months ago on charges that are false. Obviously, it's going to get proved next week, but obviously I can't go into too much. But yeah, and obviously I was quite smug about it in my interview because I knew I was innocent.
Right.
But yeah, obviously I can announce a lot more when obviously next week's finished.
Do not risk anything at the moment. When it's done, you tell us all right?
Exactly. But as to this pen, I would recommend it to anybody. Honestly, it is, it's very, very good. And it's good for learning new things. Obviously, if you are dyslexic, I mean, I'm quite a fan of William Churchill, so I'm going to learn a lot more.
This sounds really bad. This is just going to fuel the fire. I actually want to have a talking book of Mein Kampf to see what he was on about. I'm no fan, but I'm interested to see what was this book about, what was his thoughts, what was his aims, and all the rest of it. Because he's been one of the biggest figures in our history, and I want to know what his book's about. But I've never read it, obviously, because I can't fucking read.
Yeah, well, this is why, again, this is pen's brilliant for people like me and you. Now, obviously, I knew this beforehand, but do you know what country William Churchill's from? So a lot of people don't realise. I knew this before I'm reading his book.
Well, I think he was born in India or something.
No, America.
There you go, then.
He was born in New York City.
Right. So how long was he?
That's where he was originally born.
Yeah, hang on a second. I have heard something about this because
who
else?
Again, I'm a geek with history. I love my history.
But do you think,
he was born in New York City.
Do you think that some of this history books and all the rest of it have now been, because somebody just put it here, Lost Souls? Do you think that the books have been revised, adopted, changed you know, because we know that what we're taught at school now is not always accurate and is getting worse. And I think there was a change basically about 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s where they really started to rework stuff. And
well, again, I mean, obviously, it depends on. I don't think they can change too much of it, though. If they're going to change things, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, again.
Well, we were talking about the figures to the Holocaust. They've been revised by the Jewish people a few times because of reasons. So they changed. Yeah, it's probably like the Bible. It's probably like the Bible. I don't know how many times that's been changed. Yeah, and then they've reworked it as well. But I mean, it's like a lot of things. And what text were they written in the first place? And what's the translation? Is the translation up to much, or has they missed parts? Have they made it softened now? Because I mean, when you look at, say, for instance, the Quran has been written in Arabic, if I'm correct. And when you get it changed, sorry, I'm just looking at it. Reg, your voice most yesterday cracked me up. Cheers. Yeah, when they redo it, I'm just wondering whether it's done to seem slightly more palatable to the West, or at least if it's done in English, the English, or if it's rewritten in German. I don't know. I don't know how many different languages the Quran's rewritten in. But I'm led to believe that the only true reading of it would be in Arabic and the original copy. I don't know how you would get that or whatever, but I know that the Bible was obviously rewritten, and also then we went through, isn't it, the Reformation, where we went from Old Testament to New Testament, and you know, things got a little bit lighter. I'm not fully up with religion, to be honest. I mean, I understand in my belief that there's something after this. I believe there is a God. I believe that there are such things as, you know, the people that went before us. I believe there's another. I believe in ghosts, right? I've had my experience, right? That are quite a few that I believe in them. Sorry, it's just the way I am. However, I also believe that books that have been written long after the time that somebody was alive could be maybe a little bit out. Only for the fact that if you've got no accurate way of recording something properly, right, and then you've got the words of your ancestors and you record them, then you know it's bollocks. Because have you ever done Chinese whispers at school? You all sat around in a circle. One of you whispered in the ear of that person, and then it went all the way around. And by the time it got back to you, it was something completely different. It was one of the first things I think they taught us as kids. All right. I found it fascinating. Why is it that a human being can't say the exact sentence that came to it to the next person and them do it? But it was completely. So I'm thinking the Bible, the Quran, and anything else, it's somebody's take on what they heard somebody say that happened then, or whatever. And we have gone to war, all of us, be it Christians, Muslims, Jewish, and any other religion or whatever you want to call it, have all gone to war, or defended their beliefs that was written down by a person that we don't know was 100% accurate. I mean, if you look at the Bible, it's a great source of how to live your life if you lived hundreds of years ago, how to behave to your neighbor, how to wash, good ways of being. It was a real book to live by. However, some of the things, talking snake, burning bush, parting of the sea, all very, you know, I mean, I've got a few theories on it, but I mean, let's be honest, the talking snake. Go on.
Thing is, though, if there was, I mean, I'm 50-50 with this, so I'm very on the. I'm not on the fence, but I'm 50-50 with it. So half me believes there is a God, but the other half me think if there is such a thing as a God, and hopefully this doesn't happen, well, it has happened to people, but if there is such a thing as God, why do children, as soon as they're born, get rings full of cancer and stuff like that inside of them? Do you know what I mean? And you think, you know what I mean? It's like if there was such a thing as God, you wouldn't do that to a child. Do you know what I mean? So
the spiritualists have got an idea for that, right? And what the spiritualists believe is you will come back in from the reincarnation. You'll be reincarnated into every different animal that's ever been, including bugs. You'll be black. You'll be white. You'll be every other color. You'll be disabled. And you'll learn what it is to be trapped in a body that's disabled or fucked. And all of this works on building your spirit as you go on through this, whatever it is that they call it. I haven't got the exact name. That's their belief. But you would say to you, like kids having their eyes et out because of some disease or shit like that, why would God do that? And their answer to that
Yeah.
is God has his reasons. And that's not exactly a good enough explanation. But as the person you're asking is human and doesn't have any connection with God, that's the best they're going to manage.
Yeah.
And you're never going to get an explanation
Yeah.
unless when you die, he is real and you meet him. But yeah, there's no right explanation, is there?
Well, it's also, I can't remember what comedian come out with it. It can't come out. But one comedian turned around and said, you'll go to church every Sunday on the Sunday. You do that for 60 odd years, only to find out that you've been praying to the wrong God.
Well, that's one thing. They believe that we actually are living hell at the moment. This is hell. This is what some of them believe. And they also believe that all of these entities that are high up, the powers that be, right, are also devil worshipping. You have to ask yourself, when you see the way they behave and the wars that they do and the evil that they pursue, they can't be following the Bible. That's for fucking sure. But you know, we'll never know. It's one of those gambles. It's called faith, isn't it? You have your faith that when you go and meet your maker, he'll be there. I mean, can you imagine if you get upstairs, right? You make it, and it's fucking, I don't know, some Rastafarian, right? You're going to be confused because you think he's a white man with white hair. Or better still, if you get upstairs and you find out it's fucking Allah, and you went, but I've been backing the wrong horse. You know, we got no fucking idea. And then the people that say that they see the light and all the rest of it when they're close to death, you know, it's interesting, but you just don't know until you get there. And you might find that when you eventually cop it, you die, you shut your eyes, that's it, game over. All the noise goes, that's it, no more. But that's the thing. I've had experiences of stuff that ain't alive anymore. I mean, I'll go into details one day about it, but I saw things and I've experienced things, and there wasn't a human, right? So I believe then there is something else. But what? I don't believe that it's 100% what it says in a Quran, a Bible, or anything else. But think about this. We've got laws now that if you don't behave yourself, we'll fucking nick you and throw you in the prison. And that keeps a lot of people in line. In the old days,
that's the other thing as well.
Yeah.
That's the other thing as well. Apparently prisons are overfull now. Because again, obviously I was arrested along with my brother and my dad, but that with different charges. It's mental. I mean, I laughed around with the copper that arrested me because obviously I expected that I was going to get arrested because I knew what my ex-partner was like. And I said to the copper, laughing around, and I said to her, how long do you reckon I'll be here for? And she went, you'll only be in here for 6-7 hours max. And I was like, I laughed around, I laughed directly in her face, and I went, I bet you. I was rocking around. So I bet you $5,000 I'm in here for 22.5 hours. She went, no, you won't be in there that long. I was in there. I got arrested at 7:15. I got let out 22.5 hours later. And I messaged her because obviously she phoned me up the following day. And I was like, I'm so sorry it was that long. And I was like, I told you it would be. And she was like, how did you know that? And I'm like, just know the system. But yeah, it was hilarious. But again, because obviously, like you know the system, I just knew that I'd be in there for that long. But
I walked into court, right? Well, I walked into the police station because I was going to court, and I spent best part of a fucking day in there, right? Then when I got nicked for drink driving, I deserved everything I got. You get nicked that night, and they kick you out before breakfast. But when I got nicked the last time, I got nicked on the Saturday morning, kept in all over the weekend, appeared before court on Monday, and remanded, and that was that. So got what I deserved.
It's going to be very interesting next week. But I know what I'm going to get. I know I'm going to get away with because I haven't done nothing. So obviously I'll be all right. But it's more my little brother that I'm more fearing for. But obviously he's not allowed. You're not allowed to do what he's done in today's society in this country. In America you are. But anyway, obviously I can't go into that. But yeah. Anyway, as for this stick, I'd recommend it to anyone. And obviously I haven't listened to your show because I've been working so many hours recently. So it's the first time I've managed to get on and seeing you online. So I'm going to watch this one and then go back.
All right, mate. Well, call him next time when you're ready, buddy. All right?
Lovely. Have a good one.
All right, buddy. You take it steady.
All right. And you,
some people are asking, have I been going to the gym? Friday, the last last Friday was the last time I went. And since then, I'm on a massive downer and it's been a hard job getting myself out of bed to go to work. But one of the worst weeks with depression going. And I'm only slowly coming out of it now. And that, I don't know what caused it. Ran out of multivitamins. Don't think that's going to be doing it. A few beers on the weekend is the only thing I can think of. So I'm not going to risk it this weekend because I can't be going through that again. The plan is that I might go down Saturday because obviously I'm not going to be drinking this weekend. I'm not going to be hanging. And the plan is to go 3 times next week rather than twice. And I won't have lost any ability or what I could do. I know that. A week off ain't going to kill you. And you just got to get back into it. And I think as soon as I get to the gym, the rush will help and all the rest of it. But it's amazing how debilitating the depression is that you can't do shit. And every time I've gone to make a video, this is part of the reason I'm doing this as well. When I go to make a video, I go, but I can't do that when you're watching. So I got to carry on. And also you interact with me, which makes it easier and better. And you take your mind off it and then you get back into doing what you do. A lot with depression is trying to take your mind off it. But if you're sat in a cab for 10 hours of a day or whatever it is with nobody around you, then you're going to have a lot of time to dwell on stuff and things like that. So I was looking, incidentally, at Luke Combs and how to play Reasons on a guitar. And that's what I'm going to try. In the meantime, the facial hair, there has been some comments. 1, better without. 2, grow it back. Let me know in the comments what you think. The other one is cut your head off. Don't. Fucking last Saturday was I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I don't know whether it's to do with depression that it happens, but or whether it was the alcohol. But poof, out come the eczema, fucking everywhere, right? Everywhere but bad parts, if you know what I mean. So there's nothing grim, but up the arms, the legs, down the trunk, up the back. So, right, we've got here 1 was facial hair, 2 was not. So what do we get here? We got 2. Winston. Hi, Winston. There's Winston. Winston wants it back. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Better without from a hetero male. Cheers, mate. You look like an overgrown 18-year-old. Cheers. 1, 1. Hang on, where we got 1, 1, 1 beard. All right, there we go. 1, 1, 2, 1. Ah, it's close, you see. Harpy Girl 2, Howler, beard. Right. Angela, no beard. Rev, you said 1 better without. That was right. Yeah. So no beard is 1. All right. 2 is beard. 2 ratty. Okay, it's not that. Grow it out longer, is it? 1. To be fair, you're looking well. I suppose that was what I've been up to lately. 1, more Viking looking. Right. I'm not gay. Well done. But don't tell me your other half is, right? Sorry, fatty. Didn't actually say anything more than that, so we don't know what you think. 2, 1. Lost Soul says 1. Facial fuzz, jaw jungle. Okay, these are new terms I've not heard from it. Right, now she's changed her mind in saying 2. We need to make our minds up, Lost Souls. 1, 2, 1, 2, testing. Text, you're a tosser. Well done. That's beautiful. The beard suits you, mate. I know it covers my face. 1, not gay, but my boyfriend is. Yeah, the oldest one in the book. 2, 2, 1. Made mistake. Okay. Full beard, grow it. Miss the Zelensky. Oh, dear God. Yeah. Oh, I meant 2. So you want the beard back, Rog. All right, just checking. Off with the beard. Well, it's better than being off with his head. You look younger. This is true. I can even appreciate that. I do look a bit younger. Only lazy gits don't shave. It's a bit strong. Still like shave underneath, don't I? 1, grow it back. No, 1 was for no hair. Okay. Where are we? Anyway, hairy lips. Yes. Are we talking about the ones on the head? Or are we going into a realm which we won't be going on here? Yeah. At least you can keep a snack in your beard. Okay. Grow it back. Is that demand? I don't know if any of you have noticed, I'm actually drinking coffee. I don't know if it goes any better with coffee or whether it's better with alcohol. Personally, it feels easier with alcohol, but there again, you can't remember fuck all. Can't remember any streams. All of the streams that I've done with a few beers on board, I can't remember fuck all. Seriously. If democracy rules here, somebody's going to add up the ones and the twos. And it seems that we weren't very sure. So it's either beard or no beard. That would be the only other way of doing it to make it completely clear. Goatee. Right. There is a picture actually of a goatee and a shaved head. And I look like American History X. So that Rev used to keep bits of what's-its in his beard for later. And you stick me on your ears, Dave. You do look younger with crinkles. Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of them anyway. Apparently they're character. Fucking character you could do without. I am thinking, though, that if this gym thing carries on and it loses some weight, because what am I, 16.5 stone, then I might get some fat off the head. Not look so much like a boiled ham. So that would be nice. Now, has anybody posted anything else in the white activist Tell you what, that Chinese or Japanese bird leant over with a fucking babs out. Fucking hell. Oh, it makes a man hungry. Speaking of hungry, I've got to cook my tea in a minute before I go to bed. What we got? Divide and conquer. Hang on, let's see what that is. White survivors may call for affirmation and positive action. People who have been subjected to relentless racial demonization, racial dehumanization, racial bias bullying, and intimidation may call for legal counsel, healthcare, mental health support, financial aid, or membership in these turbulent and troubled times. There you go. That's in the white activist chat. By the way, there are links in all my videos and stuff to this white activist. If you want to post something and you want me to do something about it, we used to say put it in Discord. Discord's gone. And until there is another platform that's as stable as Discord, and I use that term like that because a lot of people went on there weren't fucking stable. But anyway, if you want to at me, I think you can at me on there and just put at Rev, right, on the Rev White Activist chat. And if you want to post stuff that you want me to do something about, today's, for instance, apart from that story with that MP, because what I was going to say basically was we've suffered it for a long time at the bottom of the pecking order, but I wondered how long it would take to get up to the people of MP level before it affected them so much that they were screaming, get rid of them, because they're the ones that need to be affected. These people need to feel the same sort of pressure, unpleasantness that we do in our day-to-day life before they'll do anything about it. And it has to get to the stage with those people that they have to work out, is it better me keeping my mouth shut, hoping I don't get attacked or whatever, and taking the money that these people are paying us? And unfortunately, my name will be mud in future and the legacy that I will leave for my kids will be awful. Or do I actually, at this point, think, fuck it, no amount of money is worth it, and do the right thing? Now, I'm hoping, especially the females there, might actually go, my lot aren't safe anymore, and we've got to do something about this. I don't know. What's for dinner? Yes. I'm not sure, actually. I'm thinking maybe, those posh fish cakes that they get with cheddar cheese in it, cod, and all the rest of it. I'm thinking maybe them. And I've bought these fries that are almost ready, done. Shouldn't really be eating it, but I've been eating veg all week, so fuck it, why not? Thinking that might be the thing. Angela, he shaved the beard up. Yeah, I did shave the beard. Vegetables. Yes, I've been eating vegetables all week. Fuck it. So, yes, what else have we got? We got anything? What has that got a one there? Let's see if there's any other stories out there. But other than that, I think we can wrap this up. No, nobody else is going to call in. Fuck it. Right. Well, it didn't crash. Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe that lot needs to be unplugged when I'm doing a live stream. Who knows? Anyway, thanks all for tuning in. 328 people on at one time on a Thursday evening at 18:45. Not exactly bad. Right. I might, speaking of vegetables, Wes Crinkle. Oh, that was mean. Poor Krings. I think he comes in under a different name. You're a trucker, have a Yorkie. Do you remember when they said it's not for girls? Can you imagine getting away with that shit today? Not going to happen. It's only Thursday. Yeah, but tomorrow's fucking Friday. And once you get to about midday, you know it's 4 more miserable bastard hours of traffic and shit. And then you're on the way home. So that's nice. Anyway, yeah, thank you everybody for coming. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I don't usually say that because I don't think most people do anyway. Thumbs up always helps the algorithm. And I don't really think about asking, but it does. So enjoy. And I may well go into the White Activist for a chat, because you can chat in there, by the way, to know if you know. So I might see you over there for 10 minutes before my tea gets cooked, which I've got to cook. So yeah, thanks for coming, and I'll see you in a bit.